Growing up, my mom always told me my dad walked out when I was a baby, but when I found an old photo, I realized she'd never told me the whole story. My mom never liked to talk about my dad. If I asked, she'd say, "He left when you were little, that's all you need to know." And that was that. So I grew up with this picture in my head. A man who didn't want us. Someone who walked away and never looked back. When I turned 25, Mom finally decided to sell the house I grew up in. While helping her pack, I opened a box marked Old Photos. Most were family pictures, birthdays, holidays, blurry vacation shots. But at the bottom of the pile was a photo I'd never seen before. It was Mom, younger, smiling, with her arm around a man I didn't recognize. He wasn't the dad from the few baby photos I had. I turned the picture over. On the back, in faded pen, it said, "Me, Daniel, and baby at the park, 1998. Daniel. I took the photo downstairs and asked Mom, "Who's Daniel?" She froze. Then she sat down and said quietly, "He's your father." I thought she was joking. But she explained that the man I thought was my dad, the one in my childhood photos, wasn't my biological father. He was the man who raised me after Daniel passed away when I was 2. She said she hadn't told me because she didn't want me to grow up feeling like something was missing, that the man I called Dad loved me as his own, and she wanted that to be enough. I didn't know what to say. I wasn't angry, just stunned. Because my whole life, I'd built a story around someone who supposedly left, but in reality, he never had the chance to stay. That night, I sat with Mom on the couch, the photo between us. For the first time, she talked about Daniel, how kind he was, how much I reminded her of him, and how losing him made her afraid to ever tell the full truth. We both cried, but it wasn't from sadness. It was relief. Because the truth didn't change my life. It just filled in the missing pieces, and now, every time I look at that photo, I don't see a man who left. I see the one who loved us quietly, in the small part of life he got to share.